Hello! Or should I say, welcome to the AstroPub. How's everyone doing? Come on. Yeah. It's Paul, Berserker 01, Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here at the AstroPub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. I need a haircut. I'm going to get one this week. So we're going to hang out and play some Star Citizen. Yeah. There's no league event as far as I know today, so I am going to just hang out and play some PTU, because I haven't really had a chance to play the PTU. It's one of the things that I wish I'd do more often is just play the game. Stream play the game, I should say. The problem is that it's really difficult to just play the game without other people. Hold on. Coffee? Do you work? You do not work. CIG! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, it's right here. Coffee. All right. Let's do some contract missions. Ship mining. Courier missions. Let's take that. Let's go for a run. I've been trying all day to get the custodian blueprint. You haven't dropped once. Where are you getting the blueprints? Is my question. I assume it's from like the main missions. What is a good run? You know what? Let's go with there's no 315. I have my Star Runner here. I'm gonna see what else this guy's got. It's a good sort of small runner. I mean, you could do the Freelancer, but it's a little overkill. Star Lancer's definitely overkill. Boop, doop, 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 boop, boop, doop, doop. I could do the black. So again, that's overkill, though. Let's do the Titan. Get the Titan, why not?
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
What?
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Hey, Major Starstep. Onyx is a weird place in the PTU, though. Research wing is basically empty. I ran into 3 NPCs in the ceiling, and then 5 NPCs, nothing else, except a radiated copian. That sounds like it's a bug.
Your vehicle has been moved.
They're not account bound. You won't get to keep them. They're account bound in the sense that they're bound to your PTU account, but not your regular account. What's the most weighted feature? Most weighted feature on 4.7? I mean, definitely. I think it's probably crafting. Most people would be interested in that. Ah, so they're going to be doing an animated series. That's good. Who's doing the animated? Who's doing the animation? Suppose Citizens of Prosperity missions. Blech. Right, I forgot about it. This is that station. Oh, Shadow Machine. Okay. Same people who did, oh gosh, why am I blanking on it? I know the name. They do a bunch of, like, Adult Swim stuff. Robot Chicken. They also did Moral Oral, Frankenhole, Titan Maximum. Oh, they did Titan Maximum. Okay. And they produced BoJack Horseman, so yeah. I guess there's information. Is there information what kinds of things you can craft? I assume guns, armor, no components. As far as I know, there's no components. It's just guns and armor for this first version. And no, your clipper doesn't work. Oh, as someone pointed out, there are apparently the star map apparently has color in it now, which I didn't realize that wasn't a thing. I thought it was. Okay, Pedro, calm down. Calm down, Pedro. It's just quantum. Pedro's out here being like, you are in fact Captain Cisco. Oh, and ammunition. Yeah, you can make ammunition. But I mean, it's like the cadence that he's doing this is very Deep Space Nine. Nick servers are so bad. I haven't had that much of an issue with them recently. Hey, Tony. Wolfer. All right, no, my camera's on the other side now, isn't it? I just want to test these out and see how well they work. How are we all today? I'm doing okay. This is probably going to be a shorter stream than usual, just sort of exploring 4-7 and hanging out. We'll see. Oh, they also did Tuca and Birdie. Yeah, okay.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my spacesuit. You can even take away my space lasers.
No pews.
But you can
Never. Ever.
take away my space game.
Alex K_blah blah just resubscribed for 3 months, migrating from YouTube to Twitch for streams.
Thank you so much for that 3 months there, Alex. You're a very important public, very impressive Mr. Green producers. From this your fault. Return for good night. Shots and cheers and check y'all. Shots and cheers. Didn't they say Titan suits weren't coming, at least not until 1.0? Could you give me a source on that? Because they do kind of already have Titan suits in with the ATLS and the ICTY. They sort of hinted at the Titan suits as the super heavy suits. I don't think you're going to go for... Oh, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, everyone. Mark T Stream. My name is Paul Berserker One Batman Shirley, your humble host and space bartender here at the AstroPub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. How you doing? Ah, fuck you, Pedro, again. Yeah, I heard. Animated series by Shadow Machine. Interesting.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my spacesuit. You can even take away my space lasers.
No pews.
But you can
Never. Ever.
take away my space game.
Have a good night there, Archie.
Archwell just resubscribed for 24 months.
Thank you so much, the Nicodemus, for that Prime sub for 24 months. You're very important, but very impressed, Mr. Rain pedestrian. You rock. Shots and cheers to chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. As always, go follow Archie. I don't know how to say her name. She is great content creator, does a lot of Star Citizen. I don't think exclusively Star Citizen, but it's a space western. The best way of explaining it. It's pretty beloved because it's one of the few shows from the early 2000s that really embraced science fiction. But it's more of a...
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
It's Outlaw Star-ish. I mean, the problem is that effectively, Joss Whedon lifted a lot of his ideas from Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop when he did Firefly. The show, the original show, Firefly, isn't that long. It's only 12 episodes, I think. Because it was canceled halfway through its season. Got a movie to pick up for season 2. 14. So you can watch it in a day. You'll find out by the first 3 episodes if you like it or not. These all clones of each other? I think they are.
Yeah, just did her parents spend too much on it? Sure. But I guess when your kid's nearly dropped out to join a gang, you gotta celebrate any wins you can get.
I do love the fact that Jared does not change his pitch and his delivery when he does the the random guys. Sorry, just picking up prescription. Do 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 do. Oh, found admin. War sales. Neat. Commodity shop. Nice. These posters aren't bad for being like well over 400 years old.
Come on in. Okay, some other time then. I'd like to find you. Welcome to my humble shop. Hey.
I mean, understand why some people haven't seen Firefly. It's especially if you're younger, you may have not seen it as soon, or if you're old, super old. Just insulted half my audience. It's one of those series where you had to have been in the culture at the right time, at the right place to have enjoyed it. Yeah, basically, if you were super into science fiction in the early 2000s, in the aughts, the 2000 to 2010, you probably heard of Firefly. But past 2010, like after the Serenity movie was released, when was Serenity? Was it 2009? Two thousand five. So like yeah, 5 years after Serenity, yeah, things kind of died down.
Engines online. Quantum fuel at 100%. Launch complete.
I do think that the animated series will probably bring more people back.
Landing gear retracted. Shields offline. Shields online.
The fuck?
Shields offline.
That's weird. Why is their radar so fucking power hungry?
Shields offline.
I think the reason why Firefly endured is because Joss Whedon, for all of his shitty faults, had and I put Joss Whedon up there with J.J. Abrams. They both came about at around the same time. And I have a feeling that I always forget the name of the guy who's currently running the DC extended universe. The DC universe. But like he's very similar. Like Joss Whedon started off as a writer and a comic book writer. So he wrote screenplays and did comic books. And then got his own series with Buffy and created a huge cult following with Buffy. James Gunn, thank you. And J.J. Abrams did the very same thing with Alias. Like both of them were TV writers who managed to crack into like a really cult following with what they did, and managed to turn them into cinematic stories. The problem is that they didn't adapt with the times. Gunn was Whedon's assistant. Oh, that makes sense too. And Whedon really didn't change his writing style and didn't evolve it at all. He sort of found out what he was good at and stuck to it. And to be fair, the first Avengers movie is pretty good for what it is. But also, he created the Quippyverse, where like everyone quips. No one really speaks sincerely. They quip, and I think that's sort of not the case when it comes to Serenity and Firefly. And I think that has more to do with the actors than it has to do with the writing. Snark, yeah. But that's what Firefly had going for it, is that it had Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon at the time, basically anything he touched was like cult gold. There's a reason why Buffy had like 17 seasons and it had a spin-off, you know? It's because he manage to write very well, people liked. Lots of improv on Firefly, apparently. Well, I mean, for those of you who haven't seen Firefly, the reason why a lot of people like Firefly is because the story doesn't matter. The story is there as a means for you to find out more about the characters on the ship. So it sort of has a serialized plot, but you don't have to follow the serialized plot to understand what's going on. The plot isn't the thing. The plot is simply the thing that happens to the characters that lets you understand who the characters are. Like, you can actually follow the path of where they go. Each episode takes them to a specific place, and they all link together, and sometimes they'll call back to each other. But there is no serialized plot in the sense that you have to follow week to week to understand what's going on. And so as a result, the focus is on Mal, it's on Zoe, it's on Wash, it's on all of the characters and their eccentricities. And having what little I've seen of Buffy and Angel, that's very similar. Though I think Buffy and Angel go a little bit more into the, like, heavy plot things, you know. Yeah, exactly. All of them have a story. They apparently said it's not a reboot. It's a continuation, but, you know. Jane Epsoson? Who's that? Oh, she worked on Battlestar Galactica, Caprica, Game of Thrones, Torchwood, Jessica Jones, Once Upon a Time. Oh, she also wrote for Deep Space Nine. She wrote for Firefly. She wrote Shindig. She wrote Dollhouse, Warehouse 13. She was a co-creator of Warehouse 13. Neat. Yeah, this is one of those. Oh, and she wrote she wrote Fallout. She wrote for the Fallout show. Makes sense. There's raw ice, by the way. Well, the actor who played Book sadly passed away. So I imagine, because in the Serenity movie, he's sort of not on the ship anyways, like they go see him, they'll either write him off screen as at that monastery, or they'll have him leave in the first episode. Because I think it's better, because in Serenity, he wasn't on the ship anyways. Ron Glass, yeah. Famous Star Trek actor, Ron Glass, actually. That man did fucking so many different bit parts in Star Trek. He talked about it in some of his interviews with Firefly. He's like, the reason why I love Firefly is because I didn't have to put any fucking makeup on. I have to put so many fucking makeup on for all these other sci-fi shows I have to do. Oh, was he in Barney Miller? I know him from his work on The Outer Limits, I think he was in, and Star Trek. Yeah, see, Barney Miller's well before my time. I was not even a glint in my father's eye in the 1970s. I'm home.
Gear deployed.
And again, I love this song.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Oh yeah, I remember Fillion Castle. That was one of my mom's favorite shows. Another cop procedural, though he wasn't a cop in that one. I do love the fact that that one of the reasons why The Rookie is so popular is because it's a clipped show as shit. It's super clipped. So I know this isn't in the Star Citizen sphere of influence, so this is not something that you might all know about. But how modern mainstream audiences find games, television shows, animes, movies is often through clips taken out of context to show cool parts of said stuff in on like shorter form vertical format. Shorter form vertical format like platforms. So the easiest one is to say TikTok, but it's not actually TikTok. It's like Instagram Reels, stuff like that. On their phones. I mean, it is on their phones, and that's where most people access it. But that's how younger generations are finding things. Really? Just, okay. There's some trusting people up here in Levski. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I'm gonna go to the cargo and see what they got. I'm gonna break some stuff down, see if I can't craft some things.
What's up with you?
Feeling a bit out of it. My sister just enlisted in the Navy.
That's what I found out about the Rookie. Yeah, that's the thing. So Rookies owes his success to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels.
Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Levski's home.
Capsule now approaching station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
It's how most social media magnates, how most like content creators have made their fame these days is through clipping and posting.
I just don't get these albums.
All right, what do you got here for the commodities? What quality? We've got iron.
Wonder what humanity ever did to make the dual hate us so much.
People are going on and on about seeing the UE. So what? They've always been keeping tabs on us. And you know why? Because we have it better than them. They could learn a thing or two from us. Don't you think?
Get this. Axel accused me of being a UEE spy. Says it's the only reason someone like me would move out to Nix. What does that even mean?
I'll buy one.
No point even thinking about it. I'd sooner cut off my own arm and deal with a member of the UEE. You can quote me on that.
Just finished a shift volunteering with the wellness check crew. Some of these old timers have been living out here for decades. In the UEE, they've been left to fend for themselves. shelves, but that's one of people's clients. So I'm not sure if you have, you know, we really tried to make sure no one's forgotten. Sister is moving anyway to Astro after the. How's your day been so far? That's 2 warm red massage towels.
Yeah, you don't see that as many clips as often, though. Yeah.
Over an easy life every time.
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
True.
Yeah, I feel that.
There's no way the alliance
It's just how this big old verse works, right?
Capsule
Better
now
or worse?
approaching station.
Things just
Stand
keep
clear
on
of
turning.
disembarking passengers.
Been on a bad streak lately, but my little
all had
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
so many other options.
I do love the how cacophonous it is. I just think they need the spatial awareness a little bit more, because you can hear each of the individual conversations going on at once. What it should be is it should blur out a little bit more. The fuck am I?
Momentarily.
What's up on your end?
How are you getting by?
Contract snake by
I love the pink. Like this. You hear this? It sounds like a bunch of people are talking, but you can't pick out the individual voices. And then every so often you can hear some stuff. God, that mold is still bad.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. It's just how this big old verse works, right?
Don't I know it, brother? Don't I know it?
Just keep on turning.
Gotta take things a day at a time, right?
It's just getting harder and harder around here, aren't they?
Life been good to you recently?
I was having a drink and sip.
How are things with you?
They don't know if it was stolen or what.
They're getting better with the reactions, though. They're definitely doing a lot more audio where it's like it's clear that it's not just Oblivion style. So, of course, yes, you know, kind of responses. There actually is more of a if NPC starts talking about about UEE, other NPC will respond with
The capsule now approaching
positive or negative.
momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, exactly.
Stolen or what.
But that one conversation was like they accused me of being a UEE citizen because or of UEE spy because only a UEE would want to come from this year. And then the woman's like, "Don't worry about it. I fucking hate the UEE. You can tell them that, you know, that I wouldn't associate anyone with the UEE, anyone who's with the UEE, and you can tell them that. Like that's a clear back and forth conversation. You know." Well, it's okay. It's a little warm, but it was nice and cool when Cam and I went out to go shopping. So. Yes, hot chats and hotlines. Yeah, it's because CIG doesn't give a shit about Pyro. Like, they're actively working on Nyx, and to a degree, Stanton. Fab. Spilled spirits, souvenirs, party favors. Quality 0. Alright, well, let's see what we got. Okay. So it's P4, Monday Arms Delta. Oh yeah, you need Slaverium, Acerite, and okay. Quality 500 quality or better. So you don't have many blueprints. Make a P4 Field Recon S38. Make P4 ammo, Field Recon, Field. So you could basically have the Field Recon. So you need Acerite. Okay. Let's go with P4 AR. Iron. Okay. Close. Let's make some P4 mags. There we go. It says one. It says one. Now it's not letting me actually touch anything, so. You need a Fast Night too? Because I thought it said either or. Yeah, see, now I can't even activate this. Yes, I went wrong. Oh, I see. Core and then magazine. So the bullets are made out of iron, and the magazine itself is made out of Hephaestonite. Got it. Yeah, so we can go find some Hephaestonite. Can't find many of them. They're in Pyro, though. Yeah, that's what we were talking about that earlier.
Vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
All right.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Oh, we're just taking a break this week. Oh yeah, because those of you who don't know, Jonathan Franks and I think Brett Spiner both were directors for the Orville. Have you tried updating your verifying your files, Ben? Try to verify your files. Because 60K, if I remember correctly, is like wrong version.
Engines off. Engines on. Shield on. Engines off.
So go to, if it says your character's still in game, it means your character is stuck in the crashing server. So you can either wait for that server to reboot and try again, or you can go into Arena Commander. And just log into Arena Commander. Just choose a different server. So whatever, if you're on like best, then choose whatever server is the farthest away from you. And then log into like a Arena Commander match somewhere and then log out. Once you've logged in there, it should reset your character back to where you were before. Rest tonight. All right. So, what does this require? Stuff that we cannot get: Silverium, Asterite, and Duralite. It's the Field Recon Core. Duralite and Astrolite. Astrolite. All right. Yeah, you can't buy Asterite. Nor do I think you can buy Duralite. Duratite. Duratite. I'm not even seeing it on UEX. You see it, UEX, yeah. I don't even know where you get that. That's why it's a PTU. This is what happens at PTU. They get to try to find all the bugs.
Engines on. Launch sequence complete.
Yeah, she's a good actress in Everything Anywhere All at Once, I think is what it's called. She's been in other great shows too. It just Section 31 sucked ass. So it's Duralite and Asterite. But I do not know where Asterite and Duralite are. I'm guessing you have to mine them. Not all the missions, but some missions there's a high chance of you getting blueprints from specific mission chains. Like the Citizens for Prosperity has a high propensity to give you blueprints and stuff like that. The breaker missions are a 100% chance. If you do the breaker missions, complete the rock breaker mission, I should say, you get you guaranteed if you finish it 100% a piece of armor. But it's randomized what you get. You were just mining Asterite and Hurston? Yeah, but that would also take, refining time to actually do it. It seems like everything is, the base of everything is Asterite and Duralite right now. And then there's other things like iron and stuff, and obviously Hephaestonite. But I'm going to go get Hephaestonite from Pyro. You just did the hand mineable mission, got a blueprint out of it? I've been doing some of the courier missions and haven't gotten anything yet. But I did do the Rockbreaker mission and got something out of it. Pyro Gateway. It's important to note, crafting is not something you can do easily. It requires time, patience. You have to like know how to mine. You have to know how to refine. It requires some dice rolls and a little bit of money. Yeah, because you do have to pay for some things. No, they're probably not going to stop wiping refined ores. I heard that we should automatically get blueprints for store-owned items. Not in this patch that I've seen, but yes, eventually you will get blueprints for all of the things you own that you got through the store. Yeah, refinery, you have to pay money to get stuff refined. It's not just mats, it's quality mats. And for instance, I guarantee you, you will find quality mats for refining in Stormbreaker, not Stormbreaker, I'm sorry, in Hathor on mine, and Rock Breaker. Rockcracker. Yeah, I've seen some that were like 700 though, Del. Like Selenium that was at like 750. We had multiple mats that were in the 700 range. We found. Maybe it's because we got the private version rather than the public version. Maybe there's a higher chance of getting the higher quality. The thing you have to get for sure to make sure you have higher quality is you have to craft the lenses. So you have to craft like 3 lenses, which will give you a higher quality outtake. Yeah, Satellix lenses and batteries. Cedric's. Pretty stoked to have new stuff to steal and actually have it be worth it. I'm not a hardcore miner. It's just a reality, in my opinion. Oh, no. Mining is going to start mattering a lot more. Mining is going to be the most important loop. But I also know that plenty of miners do not want to craft. Because crafting will also require more... Like, to give you context, right now what we're doing is just being able to craft slightly better goods, slightly better weapons and armor. But in the future, crafters who craft a shit ton will be able to get higher tiers of that blueprint. So basically, they take a blueprint and then they can research higher and higher, higher and higher. So get that blueprint, upgrade that blueprint to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and so on. So all of these loops are designed to be grinding. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but the whole concept of grinding for those is so that you specialize. If you're not a crafter, if you're a miner and not a crafter, then the crafters will want to get with you anyway, so they can buy your high quality mats, or trade for better gear that you can make because you're a crafter. This is an MMO grind or don't. Well, no, the point of forcing the grind on there is so that people can't just rust their way into the best gear and equipment solo. It's going to require a lot of effort solo to get it done, or it'll require a lot of cooperation. Oh, you're definitely have to regrind in 3.8 and 4.8 for sure. Grind is a choice. If it doesn't require effort and time, it has no or little value. Yeah. Well, they have been working on the back end. So maybe they think by 4.8 they'll be able to have the back end services fixed with the new back end. The good stuff, you either have to work for it, either you have to know somebody who's good, so you have to be socially good. You have to socially work for it. You have to be a good pirate and be able to take it from them. Or you have to know what you're doing. Smashing my cube quantum drive with a hammer. And boom. The LTP and a pile of materials that were in our inventory was a test for that, was it not? Not for long-term persistence, no. Because that material shouldn't exist in between PTU and live. The problem is that live you cannot keep materials. So commodities are not transferred between live. You lose all commodities once you've gone live. I mean, that's really all that it is. The what a jump drive is basically just a device that's added to your quantum drive to give it electroshock therapy to electrocute it until it's fucked up just right so that it can actually open the jump gates. Your jump drive is fundamentally a torture device you slap onto the top of your quantum drive. No, it's literally added on top. You can see it where it sits. It sits on top of your quantums. But the lore is that they just the drives that managed to make it work, early quantum drives managed to make it to jump drives to jump points. Were just modified quantum drives. And the first full actual jump quantum combo, which was built as one unit, was an RSI drive that when what are they called? You all know this. I did a fucking video on this. It was part of the complete history of Star Citizen Universe. I heard the name of them, but yeah, the two space fans who managed to get their hand on one of them. They were like, "This is just they just perfected what Nick did, what Croshaw did." I'm trying to remember the name of the company though, because it's a combination of the first the first names of both of the creators. I mean, when 4.6 dropped, there's a pile of materials in my hangar. Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked my own personal hangar for materials. There are materials in my hangar now, but I don't know where I got them from. All right, Pyro, we're gonna make some gun ammo. Make some P4. Tarsus, thank you. The Tarsus drive. What do you mean? They did update it, sort of. There's literally a section in there that's just like, it's like pending or something like that. There's like in brackets. No, it says it was once uninhabitable, and now it says Genesis. Because of Genesis, it is now habitable. Yeah, it mentions the terraforming's worked, which means that it's going to be launching in the near future. I think 4.8 would probably be the when it's launching.
Things are getting pretty desperate in the UAE. I'm one bad quarrel away from joining an outlaw pack. I hope you're doing the right thing with your mouths to feed.
Heard that. Here, I'll show you. Is it here? No, it's at Pyro Gateway, Stanton. Stanton Gateway, Pyro. Terra Gateway, Stanton. Rod's Fuel I gotta go to. Okay. Hold on. So it's not currently accessible. Nix 1 is a Chorus planet that orbits close to the sun of Nix system. Once considered impossible to terraform, Nix 1 has undergone a drastic transformation thanks to the new experimental technology developed by Genesis Terraforming. Jurisdiction ungoverned. Nix 2 says it's not uninhabitable because Nix 2 is not inhabitable. A high-pressure atmosphere thick with clouds and ash cover make Nix 2 not worth terraforming. And then Nix 3, where you at? Nix 3, let's see what you look like. Hey, they're doing the blue this time. It's an ice giant. Ice giant that lacks breathable atmosphere or any valuable materials. Gotta go to Rods.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieve. Your vehicle has been moved.
Yes, it also says that there's a specific organization, UE organization that's participating in the land grab. It probably is going to be a lot like the pre-Orison Crusader. My guess is they're going to take a look at what Neptune looks like, but they want to try to make it a little bit more interesting than just what Neptune looks like. Landing. Let's do some refuel real quick. Here. Claw Salamanders are probably settling on Nix 1. Well, the Claw Salamanders aren't a UEE service, a UEE group, but they probably are. They have been hinting heavily that there's going to be a battle for Nix, but I don't think they have the balls to actually write a story where you have to choose between the UEE and the PAL. If they do, I apologize. I did not understand your game. CIG, because that would be an amazing option to let players decide the fate of Nyx. Now, here's the problem. A lot of people are not going to like the fact that there's probably not going to be much of a change from something like that, because CIG fundamentally cannot change the status of Nyx until 1.0. But it might decide who controls some of those stations outside of Levski. This is weird. Rod's fuel supplies. The Claw Salamanders are a brand new group that only existed, as far as I understand, they're a gang that existed in Nyx recently. They were only recently just talked about as part of the groups that were attacking the Alliance aid missions. Are those the people who control the breaker stations? The Claw Salamanders? That makes sense. Yeah, okay. If I look at the loading screen again, I'd be able to tell you, because it says something to the effect of the UEE is doing, and the Claw Salamanders aren't a UEE group. It's such a shame. Sip century-old coffee. Yeah. I love the fact you can get coffee from the coffee machines inside Rockbreaker. They should just replace the coffee machines that they have in the stations, in the hab lobbies of the stations with that same machine. Just clean up the textures and make it more new. Or actually make those stupid machines work. Because, you know, there are coffee machines in the lobbies of all of the habs for the regular, like, Stanton stations. Yeah, it should be on your journal, and I think it is on your journal. Yeah, because it's they have the Force 6 one, they don't have the Force 7 one, though. Usually it's here. They haven't updated it yet. I hate this, though. I honestly fucking hate this. I really wish they update this, because this is such bad. I don't like it's just a list of random shit. Right? Hunt the Frontier Fighters is still on this damn thing. What it should have is a box of, like, news articles, journal entries. Like, there should be, like, more, like, individual stuff, because this is all just garbage. This is all just shit right here. Which fax is the closest to the Reed version of Firefly? The Fire Rats. 100% the Fire Rats. That doesn't mean I don't support the Fire Rats and their bid for controlling Pyro, because they're the oldest group that has can stake a claim on Pyro. Their descendants were literally, or I'm sorry, their ancestors were literally pyrotechnic amalgamated workers who were abandoned on Pyro. So they stretch back to the origins of the system. The second most powerful, the second group that has the most claim to Pyro is the Headhunters. Way the fuck down that list is Xenothreat and Citizens for Prosperity. Even the Rough and Ready have more of a claim to Pyro than Xenothreat does. Bunch of loonies, you ask me, the Fire Rats. They are. I just love the fact that it worked. And by the way, all of the Nyx stations, the Nyx like People's Alliance stations, they all have the same working coffee machine. What major features do you think you'll introduce this year? They're going to add the new scanning system. I'm pretty sure they'll have the new social tools. They'll also likely have the new flight system before the end of the year. I think the only thing we'll be missing is probably an update to the Moby-Glass, but they're also working on that too. So basically, a lot of the folks who were working on features at Squadron or doing some last-minute fixes last year have been moved back over to Star Citizen. We might see refining for play refining, because it's clear that they're working on it. Would be nice if CIG gave us a line for Pyro where all the active gangs in the system wage new battle for control. Yes, I mean, gang wars is something I've been hoping that Pyro would have forever. New contract UI was confirmed. Like, honestly, what they should have is, this is your front page, right? One of these should have a news app somewhere where we can like track things, and then the journal should turn into sort of like a miscellaneous. We have a journal, news, all these sorts of things. No, I think the reason they haven't done anything for like the gang stuff is simply because they haven't had Reputation 2.0. They're working on Reputation 2.0, but Reputation 2.0 is the thing that's supposed to control like who's loyal to which gang. It's supposed to control things like people showing up to protect you or to fight for you or to to ambush you, that kind of stuff. Keep placing new plants in my 400 eye every time the elevator gets hungry. Yeah, that's That's closer. It's probably this year, honestly, based off what they talked about the Adam 1.0. We definitely do need a call the goddamn cops button that we can hit for communications, so that in Stanton, so that the NPC police can show up. There we go.
Landing gear down.
Yep, that's what I wanted.
Landing successful. Engines off.
See, there's no way this can fix me. No, they can.
Engines off. Quantum fuel at 100%.
Term grievous becomes Star's version of woke. It's overused and ruins the point as someone's trying to make. It's trite. Yeah, there's no griefer. I do think there's plenty of people who want to kill people, but I also don't think, like, I fundamentally disbelieve that there is such a huge problem with people who are just trying to troll people, that it's frequent. Like, you really have to try to get into a PvP situation. This game is so boring. Then stop watching it, Bucksaw. You put a lot of effort into coming all the way here to say this game is boring. Wasn't much effort? Cool.
Hi.
Neither is this. All right, Festinite. Let's go with 1. If you go just enough, it kind of looks like there we go, like a Thai or Arabic script on the signs. I just got lucky and found the astrolite back where I lost in the crash. Nice, congratulations.
Fine. You need something? Got some stuff here.
Oh wow, he was following for since 2019. That is some impressive thing. I only timed him out for a day. Well, I mean, the fundamental reality is that there's a lot of folks who are very lazy trolls. And they've always been very lazy trolls when it comes to Star Citizen. There's no point in banning them, because if you, like, ban them permanently, they just make an alt and come back. So it's better to just humiliate them for how lazy they are, and then just move on. Because especially being like, this is boring, it's like, okay, go watch something else then, buddy. Like, I personally am not of a person who can go, oh yeah, so I should, everything I do should be stimulating. I require stimulation 24/7. I also don't go out looking for things that are boring to watch. There we go. Machine grid. Oh, just one. All right, how many do we get? 40, okay. Where'd it go?
But you can never, ever take away my space game.
Jamie's12 just resubscribed for 32 months. This is so boring. I've been here for 32 months.
32 months of pure boredom. Thanks so much, James. You're a very important pupper. Very professor. Very deep pedestrian. You rock. Shots, cheers, and chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. I don't even know where that thing went, honestly. What? In my inventory? Oh, no, it's not. All right. So that only made one.
Them biddies.
The boredom persists, yet so do I.
Boredom persists, but yes, so do I. Yes, there we go. When it says location inventory, what does that mean? Chat, if you've done this before. No news about VoIP, no. Will be the ship, but you can't access the ship's inventory. There's no tab. Is there inventory around here somewhere? Does it work on the ship? There's no locker on the Freelancer. So does it work here? No, not even under the bed. Let's try this. Let's see if it shows up in the station inventory. Yeah, it does. Okay. So if I'm stuck in a location, then it'll show up in the station inventory. God, this is so fucking stupid. All right. This is one of those things that I think is problematic. So how you do this is you click boom, boom, and then boom. And then you go Festinite, a Festinite, a Festinite. Then it locks them in, right? Now, you can't choose more than one. But, and this says 2 SCU, it's not 2 SCU, it's 2 CSCU. In theory, I should be able to make 50 magazines, or close to 50 magazines of this, of this. But there's no way to do it, because if you hit quantity 2, it says, oh, no, that requires more. There is no way to process this other than one at a time. That needs to be changed. Okay. No, watch. Oh, no, it does. But still, that's only 12. Ah, there we go. It's because the queue only goes up to 4. I see what's going on. It's because the queue is so small. You can buy crafting material from some places, though the main crafting material does require you to actually mine and refine them. Most of the stuff that's used is, I'll show you here in a moment. So Auralite and Astrolite. Auralite cannot be purchased. Neither can Asterite. You have to find these to be able to purchase them. Yes, dismantle does work, as far as I can tell. Let me finish building these out. Oh, by the way, hide unowned. By unhide unowned, this is how many there are. 43 pages. Undersuit, sidearms, primary weapons. All of those are armor, weapons, and ammo. Paul, question. What happens if you eject half-empty crates? They'll be half-empty? You only get so much CSU for them? Does it display the name of what isn't owned? It does. So if I did this, AO3 sniper rifle magazine, arc light, arrowhead, parallax, 970, ADP. I guess these are all just ADP armors. Or Antium, Artemex, Chairman's Club, Star Chaser, Wildwood, Corbel Crush. Yeah, you can hang out, like go over them and see the different names. You just can't see what it is. No, you can't buy blueprints. You can only earn them through missions. Hand mining missions will give you blueprints. The rock cracker mission will give you blueprints. The ADP, the ASD missions will give you blueprints. Basically, most of the like event missions will give you blueprints or the new stuff. In theory, everything can give you blueprints. How many BP? What do you mean BP? The blueprints, they're character bound. And I'm done. There are 325 blueprints. It's basically every single armor and weapon that is currently in the game right now, plus all the ammo for those weapons, and it's the primary weapons and secondary weapons, all of them. So a crafter is forced to do a mission to craft to get blueprints, yes. So let's do the primary weapons. I don't think there's any special weapons. Zenith Sniper, Zenith Scalpel, SR-71, Ripper, Ravager, R97, quartz, prism, shotgun, parallax, SMG, P8 SE, Warhawk, AR. Oh, you can get an AR. P6 LR, P4, Lumen, kill shot. You can build the kill shot. Karna. Yes, they are forced to. Everyone is forced to play the game in order to get blueprints. Yeah, good to know. Most of it is Schubin Interstellar. Custodian, right? Let me see if I can make a custodian. It's a bit zeros, and bit zeros. Okay. So it's time to do some bit zeros. What are those? Those are unverified. Dead Saints. No. I think those are only in let's try this. Much for that raid. Welcome everyone from Red Monster Stream. My name is Paul Berserker One Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here at the AstroPub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. You are about to experience a boom in your group that you have never experienced before, Red Monster. Did the background check not come through for you? Those are empty crates, though. Those are empty. Yeah, we're gonna have to grind out mats, missions for mats and missions for blueprints. So with 323 blueprints, 50% of the population will need about 1,290 missions to get them all. Welcome to MMO. Welcome to Star Citizen, the MMO. Also, it's important to note that you're not going to want to get all of those mats those blueprints, because you won't have value for all those blueprints. Only if you want to have value for those blueprints. You want to try to be a completionist, you can, but you don't have to do that. What are you up to there, Red Monster? Were you doing also looking through some of the stuff? I will say it's going to make me actually play the game more often, just to, like, play the game. Right now, I don't play the game a lot unless I feel like it, and I really feel like it outside of streaming, simply because it's more of like a, there are other things that I'm kind of interested in playing. Now it gives me a little bit more of an incentive to actually do things. Part of the reason is because, look at my money. Well, this is PTU, but I have like 1.5 billion credits because of a bug. So I'm like, all right, well, there's no real desire to do anything there. Where's I've been mining? How is it for you? But we're just doing some of the practice with this, and my other thought was, man, industry folks are about to make so much fucking attention. And remember, this is just basically a test. In theory, they could add more blueprints every patch going forward. They just need to increase the size of the crafters, so you can have those crafters. They need to make those ship crafters worthwhile. I'm gonna go turn this back into Nyx. Yeah, you should have like enhanced crafting parts. Remember that we're still dealing with tier 1 ships, tier 1 stuff. There are 5 tiers that are going to be planning for all items. It's for ships, it's 3 tiers, but for everything else, it's 5 tiers. I'm just thinking about like tractor beams, mining heads, for like hand mining. I'm thinking mining FPS gadget, or like mining gadgets, all those sorts of things. Yeah, medical. You should be able to have like a medical, be able to craft medical stuff that does, you know, all this stuff. Just to have them. Oh, they're going to make blueprints tradable at some point, but right now this is the simpler solution to it. Wasn't insurance tier 0 supposed to be in this patch? No, they didn't say it was going to be this patch, but they are working on it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4.8 or 4.9, but it's supposed to be soon. They needed this to exist for insurance to exist. I think if blueprints dropped randomly in boxes and on enemies, it would be better. Trying to do missions that don't always work or aren't what you want to do is weird. Yeah, there's definitely some balance they need to do. I don't like the fact that Bit Zeros and Vaughn are the only ones you can get custodians and kill shots. Vaughn makes sense for the kill shot, but Bit Zeros is a hacking organization. Why should they be the only people who have access to, you know, custodians? I think we need suit lockers at the same time as insurance, that's for sure. I thought it was 3 for items and 5 for ships. I think it's the opposite, but I'd be wrong. I might be wrong. The point being that we're on tier 1. All the things we're crafting right now is tier 1. So high quality mats you can craft better stuff with, will have a significant better shots or damage or protection, and already. And this is just tier 1. This is just the tier 1 improvements. When you go to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, those things are going to have higher costs. They're going to require more mats and higher quality mats, but they'll also have higher advantages. There is no Tiger Claw that you can build yet, but yeah, effective. Yeah, we'll need tier 1 item recovery and back-end services. I have a feeling that they're gonna try to get 4.8. They're gonna try to get the new back-end services for inventory up so they can start doing commodity, hold on to commodity, and crafting, because right now that'd be a big patch. That would be item recovery, crafting, new back-end inventory, not crafting, but probably new crafting stuff. But new ping, like new scanning, the strike groups mission. Right now, ammo doesn't really have any differences, but I'm sure that you'll be able to have crafting ammo, which will do different damages and such. But yeah, remember that this current version that they're doing is effectively a test. They're just throwing shit in randomly to try to make people, to try to like test out everything that's working, to make sure that other stuff is, other missions that people usually don't do are working. And they'll eventually probably have multiple ways you can earn certain things, multiple ways you can get blueprints for a specific thing in terms of like different mission types, but also they should have guaranteed blueprints for certain missions, and like when you defeat a boss, there should be a drop for blueprints. Or if you complete Stormbreaker, you should be getting a blueprint for completing Stormbreaker. I think you do, but we need a chance when disassembling an item that the chance is getting BP for that particular item. I've always said that I think that the materials that are you get, the value of the materials you get should depend on where you're getting them from. If you're collecting like armor from Crusader Security, that should give you slightly better, but it should still be below average because you put a fucking hole in it. You kill the security guy and took his armor off. There's still a hole in that armor. The quality of that material is going to be lower than when you recycle it. Not for Stormbreaker, but Rockwrecker has guaranteed drops. Yeah, there should be a guaranteed way that you can get a blueprint, especially from Stormbreaker, and especially from Hathor. Like, there should be, like, a station where you can go and get a blueprint. You access the station, you stick a Tiger Claw in or something like that, and it gives you a random blueprint. Let's take a look at the Morozov. Is it the Thule or is it the regular Morozov? Because all of them are headhunters. If you want the Morozov armor, all of it is headhunters. I mean, honestly, it just popped in my head. That's what Ghost Hollow should be. Ghost Hollow should be, instead of money, you get, or you still probably get some good money, but money and blueprints. K-Tarsh. Oh, so while you get injection of credits, if you maintain control for the entire time, it gives you some select blueprint. I think that'd be a good idea. Honestly, I think it would be a cool idea if it gave you an option to choose which blueprint you did if you held it for long enough. I also think they should have respawning AI that would come in through, if Siege can make it work, through reinforcements, like having like large numbers of multiple cutlasses dropping off soldiers. Or at the very least, some sort of spawning bunker that'll spawn more of them. Hot take, my hot take, quality shouldn't be used as a measurement until after refinement. Until then, it should just be purity. Secondly, being forced into one material recipe when they have the material science indices already, thanks to Maelstrom, is upsetting me more than it should. Fuck. Yeah, it should be purity versus quality. And quality should be more of a refining trait rather than because you should be able to take a low quality a low purity ore and then refine it into a high quality output, but you lose quantity of ore. That makes sense in my brain in terms of my understanding of how like metallurgy works. You can take low quality and just melt the impurities out as much as you can, but you just get a huge drop of total volume of what you should be having, should have as a result. Could be wrong, though. Quality for ore, purity for refined material. Either way, just more of a two-step process rather than a one-step. I don't think there'll be mini-games in the same way of like time mini-games. I do think that there'll be like, hey, this is how much you could get out with it using this process versus this process, but you're going to get lower quality or lower refinery, you know. You have the reverse amount of it, that's fine. And I don't, like, the point is more, you should be able to get higher goods, but lower volume with certain techniques. And then if you have really good purity, quality, whatever, of an ore to begin with, you can get higher tier extract with that with those refining processes, so it shouldn't cost you as much. A copper atom doesn't care about its neighbor, But if you're trying to make something out of copper, you want more pure copper than you want the excess bullshit that copper's attached to. I imagine it's going to be different. Like, there'll be probably multiple different approaches. My guess would be like 4 or 5 different processes, which are faster but lower output, slower but higher output, faster, and then, you know, higher purity, lower purity. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be like a mini game per se, as more of a spreadsheet sort of, you know, you need to have this much oxidizer and this much, that kind of stuff. The quality of the atom doesn't change. No, but like the pure amount of stuff you can get from the atom itself. Because you're not, when you extract rock, you're not extracting just copper. There's copper and then other shit that's inside of that rock with the copper that you have to pull away from the copper in order to get the copper to use it properly. And if you don't do the process properly, there are going to be other shit that's in that copper once you've melted it down other than copper. No. So it would be the quality of the quality of the ore in terms of how much ore you have, in terms of like how much copper you actually have in that rock, and then the purity of the refined material in terms of how much of it is just copper. We're all saying the same thing, which is basically, what is the quality of the item you've mined versus the quality of the goods you've refined? How much of this rock is copper? Okay, got it. Now, how much of that copper is just copper and not copper with a bunch of bullshit added to it because of the rock? And you should absolutely re-refine stuff at the cost of quantity. Yeah, that's a simple process that could be they could add. It's like I said, it's probably going to be similar to crafting in that way. Impurities, yes. Cuparic oxide. I only know this because I spent a lot of time in the mountains of Tennessee when I was going to college, and coke was one of those things you learn a lot about, which is iron mixed with coal, I want to say. There's a specific type of cheap coal you could get that was really impure coal that you could burn. It's very dirty, but people used to warm their houses and stuff like that. The other coke, yeah, not cocaine or Coca-Cola, since they're both coming from the same thing, but the like coal coke or iron coke. Iron and coal. Okay, I was right with that one. Anthracite. Yeah.
Quantum fuel at 100%.
Who hasn't burned cocaine to stay warm?
Launch sequence complete.
Will the player skill come later in the process? I think it's more about player knowledge than player skill. It's like you need to have certain reagents or other things so you can like strip away, because that's kind of how modern metallurgy works, where if you get like gold trapped in rock, you try to remove as much of this rock physically, but then you would add chemicals to the gold to it that would help extract the gold from the rock, so that you could then use that gold and then melt it down properly. You do go through several different baths and other processes to try to remove as many of the impurities as possible before you actually melt that shit into what you wanted to do. Gold, you know. But I imagine that's, again, probably more for when player refining comes in. So right now they're flattening the curve for more of the sake of being able to test. But I don't think that's really necessarily a thing they have to change much when they have player refining in or refining processes. So basically, you pour that shit in Pepsi concentrate, let it eat everything else away. Yeah. Girls, you're both beautiful. All right, you're both saying the same thing, which is there is a two-step process to ore extraction and refinement, which should matter more than just the quality of the ore you're getting directly. The quality of the material should be more akin to, because you could say the same thing. We use the word impurity for a reason. Yes, I get it. I understand. But this is a video game. What really matters is more of the process upon which impurities are removed, so you have more pure concentrate of something. I agree with you though. It should be quality of the quality should be the problem is that I think you would also say purity would also matter. You'd use the same word for mining. The purity of a vein rather than the quality of a vein. I think it's the same word. Because English fucking sucks. And English has weird fucking ideas. Because you'd say a vein of pure silver. But then you would also use purity in terms of the refined material as pure. I think in terms of smooth brain game mechanic, me understand, me get, you would just simply say quality and purity, and you'd put them either way. You'd either say the purity of the rock or the quality of the material, or the quality of the rock and the purity of the material. It doesn't matter which. As long as you separate those two ideas so people understand that they're two separate things in terms of the loop. Is asterite an element or a compound? I believe it's an element because it's found, you can mine it. I mean, there's probably somebody in the Star Citizen community who is an actual metallurgist. I know there's one content creator who used to hang out in Star Citizen who's a blacksmith.
Quantum travel complete.
That it does seem like a weird triumvirate, though, Jin. Computer science, architecture, and metallurgy. What are you gonna do? Build data centers? We're for Anaheim. Yes. He's building Liberty Prime or the Gundam. Was the RX-7? CIG should add Gundanium just for the shits and giggles. RX-78, thank you. My dad was a chemical engineer, and when he got out of college, he had his first offer to work was to work for the petroleum industry, but the only job they were going to give him was to work in Alaska, and he was like, "Fuck that." Which I always found weird. It's like, Dad, you were a chemical engineer with like a passion for environmental science. Why would they put you in Alaska? Couldn't you have been in like Houston, where they need actual chemical engineers who understand refining processes? Bandai will blow a gasket. You just say you say Gundam, but you spell it differently. Just how all of the other fucking companies do. He did use a lot of chemistry jokes. My dad had a weird trajectory. He has a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering and a master's in business marketing. And he ended up working. Well, he did end up working for Clorox. He helped. His first job out of college. One of his first jobs was working for Clorox to work on as the environmental safety guy for Clorox 2. Which then got him a job working as a marketer for Clorox, specifically in Spain after Franco died. If there's any Europeans here, do they still have Snuggle? I know Snuggles made its way to the U.S., but at that time was a pure European brand.
Landing gear down.
Really only one side? That's right there. Close it so it doesn't. No, Snuggle was it's a brand of detergent, of laundry detergent. He worked as a marketer specifically to market Snuggle to the it's like Snuggle Soft. It's fabric softener, yeah. Yes, Generalissimo Francisco Franco is still dead. You're going back here for safekeeping.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my space suit. You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never, ever take away my space game.
Oh, Snugglesoft is in the US now.
Taichiro Stay has subscribed.
Thank you so much for their Chirosti. Tyke Roastery. Tyke Roastery? Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. You're very important, Papa. Very impressive, sir. Very pedestrian. This you're drinking that. Ty is fine. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. I'm gonna get some water, and then I'm gonna go do some missions for Bit Zeros. So I've got party favors, souvenirs, distilled spirits. Lots of distilled spirits. All right, I'll be right back. Lucky Star in Greek. I like it. All right, be right back.
Weapons free, y'all.
Barcelona! 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 Barcelona!
Drugs.
Barcelona! Barcelona!
Drugs.
Genesis!
All right. That's my plan. My plan is to do the Bit Zeros heist. What is the Bit Zeros heist anyways? We have to go back to Stanton for that one, though. You want an answer, or is that of the void to the void, Paul? I mean, we'll find out. I just want to make sure it's not like super, I'm about to get a fucking crime stat thing. I'm sure it's one of the missions I've done before in terms of like the style of mission. Really?
Quantum fuel at 100%.
I only see Vaughn. I don't see Bit Zeros. Oh wait, I'm in Levski. No, I went to Unverified before and they didn't show me Bit Zeros. All right. All right, let's head to Pyro. Because I remember the Bit Zeros were in Stanton.
Launch sequence complete.
Let's go back to Pyro.
Multi-travel engaged. Landing gear up.
Also, can I just say, 256 people? What the fuck is going on? Why are there 256 people in my watching me on a Sunday? All waiting for live. Well, it's free. It's open for everyone right now. Is it Mother's Day in the UK? That makes sense. Take that, Twitch numbers. 37 here. Thanks. Thanks, Ethel. I'm being forced to watch. Someone's got a gun to your head, Stoma. Hey, Cromwell. I just looked up and realized, holy shit, there are 256 people here. I gotta say, for as bad as Evo was, this is so smooth. This is smooth. There's still problems. People are having legitimate 30K issues right now, which is leading to 60K issues. I think that's probably due to the back-end services just sort of imploding. But for a Sunday, at peak hours, it's not too bad. They do need love, but they mostly just need an interior rework. The exterior is fine. They did. Dell's right though. I think they did shorten, make the make Nyx smaller than it was before. Nyx used to be much bigger. They're gonna shrink probably all of the systems a little bit. First time here, looking for a space game to play, seeing what this game is about. Didn't say it the first time here, but it's a open world sandbox space game. There are 3 systems currently in game. There's planning to be 5 systems by the time it goes to 1.0. There's bounty hunting, which is just go out and killing NPCs or players. There's mining, salvaging. The mining and salvaging, you actually have to refine the materials when you're finished. There's... what else is there? There's hauling. There's combat, just general combat as well, of like mercenary work, protection of other... most of that is NPC stuff. But there are some player PvP. There are also dungeons in the game. What I'm playing right now is the preview version of the next patch, which should come out next week, 4.7, which includes an update to the inventory. So the inventory screen's a little bit better and like allows for things like stacking and shit like that. And also crafting. So to craft, you need to get blueprints from certain activities, which is what I'm about to try to do, is some activities for blueprints. Have you ever considered piracy? I've done piracy before. Listen, young whippersnapper, I was doing piracy before, like in like 3.0. I know how fucking hard it is, and how shitty it is. I'm asking the new guy, yeah. There's also piracy, but it's mostly player piracy, so you have to attack other players. It's really difficult. Oh, there's also refueling, yeah. But a lot of the stuff that's in-game is more of a, this feature is in-game for the sake of the feature being in-game and not quite fleshed out yet. But they are working on, I think it's at 4.8? No, we'll know more in 2 weeks, but probably the next patch will probably have NPC refueling missions where you can call for an NPC to help you or get a mission to go refuel an NPC. Oh, gotta bust out the cruise here shortly. That was a mistake. right, let's see if Bit Zeros lets me. Nope, just hauling. Let's head to inside. So, Starlight. Let's head to Starlight. Is this really difficult for me when it comes to piloting a character through a wormhole? It can be, yeah, especially with the bigger ones. Do you start out with a base of operations and build crafting stations like a survival game? No, you start off in a location where you have your own hangar. There is going to be building a base in the future, but you don't start off with that. You start off with a ship, and all the game packages you can purchase come to the ship, and you just take that ship out and do missions and stuff like that. But you will have a home hangar you can return to where it will always, that's always yours. That's usually the size of whatever your larger ship is. You used to have more color in your hair when I first started watching YouTube videos. What happened? I got old. When I first started doing YouTube videos, I was 29. I am now 39. But my family, I was going gray when I was in my 20s. But my family goes gray early. It's just the answer. You can see, I still have some of the darker stuff in my beard, but that'll be gone by the time I'm in my late 40s. Rowan from Salt and Pepper to Salt, this game will do that to you. Well, that, and I also teach high schoolers, so that'll also do it to you. I'm not too far. I'm 33. You're like, you're like 6 years younger than me. 6 years is gonna, trust me, in 6 years you'll see. No, but in my family, it's either bald by the time you're 25 or gray by the time you're 25. And I got gray, and I was like, yes. I'm a baby in Star Wars community. I'm nearly 27. There are folks who are younger than you. There are folks in the Star Wars community who are in their late teens. Not many. They do exist, though. You rolled a D20 on the hair check stage of your life, then? Yes. There was only two options, and I got the better option. To give you context, I started going gray when I was 19. By the time I was 21, I was full salt and pepper. Hey, Fart Hammer. Yeah, I think you commented on it earlier. You were right. I think I said that when you posted that. I said like I really wanted to be. I don't remember if I said it or not, but I was like I really want to be wrong on this one. I'd much rather it be out soon. I just don't trust CIG's timetables. And when they were like, yeah, it's on White Box, I'm like, yeah, White Box is not in January for something that big is not gonna make it to like Alien Week in June. That's a long ass time, or it's a short ass time for something like that. The Raylan. I got some mercenary stuff. It's all just mercenary and headhunters, though. Yeah, I'm not seeing any, No, the Raylan's is coming in Alien Week. They said in this monthly report it's coming in Alien Week. I think I'm going to have to go to Stanton. No server errors so far. 0. Though I have heard a couple people come in and be like, I got a 30K and straight to a 60K. What the fuck? So.
Landing gear down. Landing successful.
I'm reading you need a Headhunters rep for that Bit Zero missions. Okay. I mean, I don't really have Headhunters rep in the PTU. So I guess I gotta do some Headhunter stuff. What I'm gonna do here, though, is I'm going to refill... Refill here, swap over to a combat ship, and then do some combat missions for the Headhunters. What blueprint am I after? The Custodian. No. I don't expect Minables to survive this patch. My contrast trying to 11? Is it? I'm gonna change it. Options, graphics. I have it at 60. And I have my gamma at 70. Go back to 50-50. That better? No. I don't think I do. No, no filter. Now back on. It's PTU, baby. I'm gonna go put myself into the loving care of the medical clinic. I'm good in terms of heal stuff. Yes, I am. Track mercenary missions. Yeah, new inventory is really good. It's really easy. You get local looting as well. This is stack all, so this stacks everything that's together that can be stacked together.
If you need it, I've got it.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
Got some great new products. Come on and check them out.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
It's still a pain in the ass to attach weapons to attachments to weapons, but it's at least more not necessarily more consistent, but it's at least less annoying, because now it's just like drag it off, drag it back on. Even if it takes a bit, if it's like super delayed and takes forever, you just drag over and over again, rather than having to like mouse over, you know, the delicate little places or do the J trick, all that kind of stuff.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved. Please visit us again.
See if a stock Mark II can do anything. It's a good inventory for new players. Otherwise, it's fine. It's got some quality of life improvements, but it's a fine enough addition for 1.0. Spaceship.
You can take away my space
suit.
You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never,
Never.
ever take away my space game.
Medana, just resubscribed for 30 months. Hello. I am a young African billionaire and I am trying to spread my wealth. If you could tell me how the patch is, I shall send you $500,000.
It's fine. It's fine. How you doing, brother? Let's see. For 30 months. That's amazing. Is it just me, or does it seem darker in 4.7? Dark areas sometimes impossible to see. It seems like the shadows are a little bit more. There's more definition. Things seem less flat in 4.7. Still good.
All channels! I'm under attack! Please, if you hear this, help me!
Shields online.
Holy fuck, that's a lot. Did like triple spawn or something?
Shields hit.
Ah.
Target destroyed.
There's one down.
Target destroyed.
There's two down.
Bogey.
Shooting at me. Come on, come on.
Shields hit. Shield down. Target destroyed.
Fuck.
Target destroyed.
my shield's back up. Who the fuck is shooting me?
Thank you. I thought we were done for.
Shields hit.
Also, this combat music fucking rips. What the fuck?
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Whew.
Shields offline.
Stoles here. Like the contract said, we got a line on some prints that need to be put down. Word is they'll be traveling through this area, so we want you to jump.
Quantum drive is now on.
Stowe's animations aren't working. Shit's starting to break down already. But he does look like he has an updated model. Maybe he just isn't rendered in properly.
Quantum drive is now on.
Now that you're here, mark a good spot that should keep you safe quiet.
Shields online.
Sit tight. Got word they're on their way.
We know the meta is back to up to favoring energy weapons in 4.7. I do not know, honestly. Smoke him if you got him. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Make sure we're not bothered while we're working.
Picking up some assholes. No sign of the target. Well, look who decided to show up.
Why is your defense so out of position? I'm done. I'm out. I'm just running.
You're all done. Nice one. I'll get you paid.
Gateway. Back to Starlight. Yeah, I mean, the audio kind of worked there because they were like, he was like, spread out, make sure there's nobody here. So they were spread out and didn't see me. So when the target came in, they were completely out of position for me to jump in and kill the dude. And again, Pedro with that combat music. Boom, 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 boom. I fully expected to go into Star Wars, straight into dun 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 dun. Who expected that? Headhunters, headhunters, headhunters. Headhunters, Dead Saints. How's 777 holding up? I'll tell you when we get there. 47's doing okay. Let me see my rep with the headhunters right now. I'm at rank 1. Let me get through rank 1 and see what if we can do that.
Shields online. Shields offline.
What up, it's Stokes. You got the location. Go out
Is now on.
Bootini! Every time I loot, yes. Did you get any blueprints for that? I don't think I did. I didn't see anything pop up. Just council script. There is a selection. Deep space hit, plug a traitor, need CFP taken down, drop a Xeno threat. Okay. And kill the king. Deep space hit. Let's see if there's that available as well.
Quantum drive is now off. Bogey.
Not to be within range.
Shields online.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Let's rock and roll. Wow, he hit me with those fucking torpedoes. This is a Delta.
Shields hit.
Those rockets hurt. Holy shit.
I'm hit.
You are.
We're making some last-minute adjustments.
Just to sit here and wait for another 4 minutes. This is where it's launching from. Okay. So hostiles.
Bogey.
There we go. Not as close. Lock in. Let's go, Cutter.
Let's go.
Launch the damn ship. Goes. You gotta wait for him to watch Burke's two-player guide. Is that a Star Lancer? That's neat. Oh, it's a Freelancer. It's a Freelancer. Or Freelancer. Coming up wrong side. That is the longest QT spool up I've ever seen. You should check your engines there, Freelancer. He kicked his QT one too many times. Take on the bogey. You can fuck off. Want to turn and fight? Let's turn and fight, bud. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm here, bud. There's 2 escorts.
Mayday, mayday! Outlaws are attacking my ship!
Target destroyed.
You both are running away. No, I'm gonna have to fight next to you.
Okay.
Fucking fuck. One down.
We lost one. Where are you? Help me! Friendly shit down. taking heavy fire.
Target destroyed.
Oh shit, you are getting attacked.
Okay.
Ain't doing shit or fuck to you, though. Come here, come here. In my range, in range.
I'm hit.
Shields hit. Target destroyed.
Yeah, shit.
Target destroyed.
Wrap it up here, freelancer. Make that landing. I haven't tried missiles yet, no. Lock it down, freelancer.
I'm heading out. Take care.
All right, so the contracts are kill the king, deep space hits, plug the traitor. All right, so let's see what they have. They're probably nothing in here.
Shields offline.
Starlight. They have done some sort of filter where when you try to jump now, if you're the objects that are like closer to the main objects, like they've some sort of hierarchy. So the further away you are, you only see the larger objects, the stations, the planets.
Where the hell are you going?
That's 2 script, what it was. The rock break mission is super long. He's stuck in the Starmite trying to get a route. 2 rewards equals script and blueprint? Oh, really? That was minor annoyance.
Quantum drive is now off.
It's not on the list of ones that are supposed to give you. I don't think at least. Deep space hits when I need.
Shields offline.
The blueprints don't show up in inventory. It would say, it would pop up as like a... RAB whiskey.
Fight's over here, genius.
Quantum drive is now on.
They haven't implemented dropping blueprints as data pads yet. No, they haven't. It took us the other day 2.5 hours. And we were also Utuniing everywhere. Yeah, we were running around and looting everything. We were just trying to like solid solo the not solo, but focus on getting it finished. You can get it done in probably like an hour and a half, but it is still very long.
Quantum drive is now off.
Where the hell are you going?
Shut up, dude. Is this I have to get out of my ship and kill this guy?
Bogey. Shields online.
Crash, 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 crash. Panic and crash.
Son of a bitch! Take care.
Ballistics low. Target destroyed. Shields hit. Target destroyed.
What's up? It's Stove. Gonna send your pay.
The way they talk to you, I'd be tempted to leave their fate rather than escort them to it. It was a fun 2 hours for sure. Entrance is over here. There's supposed to be some specific missions you do to help.
We're getting hit!
On now. Here we go. Someone just got blasted. We got trouble. Down one. Oh shit, man down.
I got you. Go, go!
Got a problem.
Laying down, covering fire. Laying down, covering fire.
The fuck is this asshole?
Go ahead. What's going down? We're taking casualties.
Dancing. You got it. Yeah, you owe me though. Yeah, I got ya. Full clip for you with your aim,
Not
man.
lively. Here we go.
Tag. Yeah, I got ya. Yeah, you owe me though. Where the hell did it go? You got it. Hide all you want. It's better this way. More fun.
Where the hell could they have gone?
Who let them get away?
What the hell? People don't just disappear. I'll keep them occupied.
Bring it!
Go ahead.
He's done.
I got you. Go, go!
Oh, it's about to pop off. I'll cover you. Got trouble. I got you covered.
You serious?
Going!
Fuck!
Today just got interesting.
Go, go! I got you back. What's going down?
Fuck you too. Fuck.
What's going down?
Fuck! Damn it. Oh well. I still got the blueprint? Did I? Oh, yeah, I did. I lost all my my gear on me, but it's all right. I got the legs. Okay. Good to know. So I need tungsten, acerite, and laranite. Laranite being minimum quality of 500. That's more that they're a lot better than you think they are on foot. I should have just got out. I got greedy. Yeah, it's a custodian with an attachment. It's a normal custodian.
What's good with you?
If you're seeing almost no recoil, it's because I'm really good with custodian. It is my main weapon, so I guess I auto adjust with the custodian.
Life been good to you recently?
Traps over here. There's the bar. Guns. Here we go. The custodian is not nearly as good as it used to be.
So, anyway, what's going on with you? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just feeling a little...
You'll never guess what happened to me today. Almost cracked my dang head open coming out of the shower.
Maybe the trade is...
Glad I caught myself. Wet floor. It's got to be one of the top 10 most embarrassing places. But then again...
Crafted might have it, yeah. You also you need the you can go to a compensator, but also an E1 mod will work. What do they have for weapons here? Ship parts. They've got attritions, badgers, dominance. Haribos, Sucker Punch. Ballistic repeater. Saws. Buy 2 of these. It's size 3s, I think, on the wings. Yeah, the two ones I want are the kill shot and the custodian. Though I think I might, instead of using the kill shot, I might end up going to the S71.
Hello. Thanks for coming in.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again.
The only thing I might use is the P8, but we'll see.
Shit for sale. Got shit for sale.
You said shit for sale, not shit for sale, by the way. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it here. This is a good time to take a break. Pretty good.
You need something? Got some stuff here.
So just so you know, there is a list. It's called scrafter.com that has a list of all of the missions that give you gear, and it also tells you what blueprints you have and the resources needed. Like, for instance, the Mazarov Thule legs are tungsten, astrolite, and laranite. If you got a really high laranite, it'll increase your damage modifier by, or damage mitigation by 5%.
You need stuff. I got stuff.
If you get high quality astrolite, it'll increase the max temperature by 20% and increase the min temperature by 20%. And high quality tungsten gives you 10% damage mitigation as well. So it would give you a total damage mitigation just for the legs of 15%, with increasing the max temp to 138 degrees Celsius and minimum temp to negative 108 stuff. So pretty good. Yeah, it does say shit for sale. 47 drive dropping tomorrow, right? Nah, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. It's gonna be next week though. Basically, I need something that's a longer range than my custodian. Custodian is a good short range to medium range, but I needed something that's more medium to long. Yeah, P8. I mean, not the SC, not the submachine gun, like a rifle. I thought at least 2 weeks. They seem to be pushing pretty fast. I think they're likely going to drop 4.7 live next week, and then have like a hot fixes for less rest of that. So what is your favorite SMG for suppressor work? For suppressing? Oh, it's the custodian. You know how to use a custodian. You put an EMOD 1 on the custodian, especially a tweaked EMOD 1. Just absolutely like spray.
Shit for sale. Got shit for sale.
We do not know if you get pledge gear as blueprints yet. That is the plan, but I don't think it's going to be with 4.7. Yeah, the EMOD compensator basically increases the fire rate, if I remember correctly. Spray at your targets one that needs to pray. Yeah, there's just a lot of damage that comes out of a custodian at close range. It's not nearly as much of a 2-shot drop, but it is you're gonna get hit with a lot of energy slashes. Why? I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. They haven't said anything that said they will. There may be that they want to do more more testing and stuff like that. Yeah, 60 rounds is a lot of rounds to put down field. There's outside of LMGs, there is no other weapon that has that magazine size. I've been using the Custodian like legitimately for a decade. Ever since I got my hands on it. Maybe not a decade. Yeah, no, about a decade now. As my primary weapon, and it has never failed me. The only problem with the Custodian is that if you're trying to use it solo without support, it can... It does have... I think each shot... Let me look it up right now, but I think that each shot is pretty low in terms of its actual damage. NPCs also carry it all the time, so yeah. Looking through this real quickly. So it's got a firing rate of 15.8 rounds per minute. Its damage is 13 energy damage. So that is like damn near 100 damage for a full clip, for a full magazine. But its effective range is about 1.2 kilometers. Much better at closer range. Compare that to the P4. Just the P4. It has one less damage per shot in ballistic, but it has a firing rate of 810 rounds per minute. That's got to be wrong. That has got to be wrong. There's no way. It also has a smaller range. Okay, the P8 is a better one. P8 is a little better one. P8's impact, it's a 45 damage. It has 45 damage per hit, but it's got a magazine of 15. Yeah, the P8 AR is what I'm thinking about. I'm looking at the AR. My point being, like, if you look at the SMGs, though, the SMGs just really isn't an answer. It's the P8 SC SMG. It has a firing rate of 850, but it's 13.75, so it's a little bit better, but its effective range is 15 meters. Max range is 950 meters. So the range is much shorter for the P8. And it only has 45. And the Lumen is a burst fire. Fucking hate the Lumen. It has 45, still less. It does a little more damage, but it's burst fire. 21 damage. I'll be honest, if you run into someone further away, just switch to the rifle. Yeah. But the Lumen has the same range as the Custodian. I love the Lumen has barely any skins for it. Yeah, I don't think there really is any skins for it. Do silencers work to not aggro AI in game? I think they might work, but as stealth has been all sorts of fucked up for them, so. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this, hit that follow button here. We do Star Citizen quite frequently. I do a lore series called The Astro Historian, which is a complete channel on YouTube. You can check that out as well. That will be updated this week, significantly, once if not twice. And I do the Captain's Table podcast every Saturday, which is a podcast where we talk about Star Citizen lore, news, and more, where I bring people from all over the Star Citizen universe. Last week, yesterday, we had one on FPS. So, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And like I say every time, hope to see you someday in the black.